Hey legal legend, welcome to Legal Light Bulbs, where we uncover bright ideas to power small in-house legal teams. I'm Verity White, the lucky lawyer who gets to chat with some of the smartest minds in the in-house legal world to help legal legends like you have a big impact with a small legal team. Okay. Welcome back to the Checklist Legal Light Bulbs podcast. It's a solo episode with me, Checklist Legal's legal director, Verity White. Hello. Thanks for popping by, you legal legend. I cannot tell you how much I love the next tool that I'm about to share with you. But it is one of my favorite things. I use it almost every day and I'm always glad that I remembered to do it. So because of this one tiny little tip and maybe a little bit of a technology hack, if you can organize it as well, it can be low tech or high tech, then I think it's really going to make you and your meetings a lot more productive. It's going to help move all of your projects along and it's going to make you seem like you know what you're doing, which is what we love when we're lawyering. So the humble but very mighty after meeting email. To start with, the way that I use this particular after meeting email is that I have a text expander, there's a Microsoft 365 version. There's a few different versions that you can use where it's basically you save the text that you use all the time. And then there's a little keystroke that you put in. I'll put links in the show notes on how to use text expanders. But you don't have to use a text expander tool. You can just use OneNote or, a Google Doc or any kind of way that you have to copy and paste text quickly. But text expanders are so powerful. I know a lot of people use them to put in like the confidentiality privilege little disclaimer or other little blurbs that they use. But it's really great for using as a template for after meeting emails as well. So why is an after meeting email essential, especially for lawyers? So one of the things that's so interesting going from in-house into private practice is file notes. And I think that a lot of in-house lawyers don't necessarily take lots of file notes unless they're working in particular areas like disputes or something's particularly litigious or HR or something like that, employment. So I think that file notes and taking good meeting notes to help move projects along is a really important skill. And when we're in-house, even if we are not necessarily leading the project, if we've been asked for information and advice, sending an after meeting email is a really powerful way to show your clients that you were listening. It's a great way to sense check whether or not you were on the same page or what you thought they said was actually what they were saying. So there's a few different ways that you can include different elements within the follow-up email. And of course, the template will be in the show notes for you. So my go-to after meeting email template, basically, if you don't need to send this after meeting email, then what was even the point of having that meeting? Because perhaps nothing exciting happened at the meeting. Even then, sending a short note on what actually happened can be really powerful. So the idea is that you've basically got the subject on, we want to make sure it's descriptive, notes from our meeting today about X, Y, Z. Say, hello, thanks so much for the chat right now. Appreciate you taking the time to run through the details with me. We discussed the following, and then brief summary of what you discussed. Then next steps, and this is the powerful part. As I understand it, here's what's happening next. ... of all the things that were agreed in the meeting. Action, owner, time frame. So what's happening, who's doing it, and when are they doing it? Very powerful stuff. Especially if you say, if you're used to having meetings where people are like, oh, someone should really, review that contract or someone should find that advice that we got 2 years ago about this same issue. Make it really clear. And if the actual decision wasn't made and you realize often this happens, you have the meeting, you're like, oh crap, we did decide we were going to do that action, but we didn't decide who to do it. If you're taking the notes and sending the meeting, don't necessarily assume that that's on you. You can delegate someone and say, hey, we agreed to do this, but I just realized we didn't say who would do it. I would nominate Jenny to do it by the end of the week. If that's possible, Jenny, that'd be so great. and just stepping through. So action, owner, time frame, who, what, when, and making it really clear on who's doing what and when. That is going to absolutely keep your projects on track. But also when you need to go back and or a client follows up or you're not sure why they haven't gotten back to you, you can go back and double check it. And that is a great way to keep your notes organized. And if you remember what we were talking about from our previous episode on how to have really powerful meetings, one of my favorite things, the progress, problems, plans format of that meeting agenda, you can actually use that structure when you're setting out the action items, so that way you're almost pre-drafting this after meeting email when you're in the meeting, which is, a great way to do things, so that way you're action orientated, you're moving the team towards action. Discussion is great, have a chat about it, but we want decisions to be moving projects forward. That's what I think for the most efficient projects, right? And it also helps to give you that chance to add any nuance. So if there was a discussion on misleading, deceptive conduct or some kind of issue within that call, and you want to add extra nuance, point people to further resources or, internal playbooks that you have, also include that in the body of the email. We discussed misleading, deceptive conduct. Here's the brand marketing guidelines that we've been training everyone on. So that's a great way to also include existing resources in that after meeting email. So I hope you enjoyed that little short, sweet, fun meeting success tips number 2, because we've got the meeting agenda and how to have a really successful meeting, and then how to follow up afterwards with our after meeting email. Not the after eating email that I think I said earlier, but it's a really good habit. I mean, it creates such a powerful return for you, and I'm excited for you to try it. So have a go. Let me know if it's helpful for you. The template for you to copy into your text expander or your templates will be in the show notes. So go ahead and download that. And if you have any questions, I'm Verity White from Checklist Legal, Legal Director here at Checklist Legal. Thanks for listening in to the Legal Lightbulbs podcast, you legal legend, and looking forward to chatting with you again soon. Bye for now. That's it for this episode of Legal Lightbulbs. You'll find all the good stuff in the show notes, including links, resources, and guest details. If something sparked an idea for you, please share the episode with a colleague or connect with me, Verity White, on LinkedIn, and let me know what resonated. It really helps me shape the show for other legal legends like you. Legal Lightbulbs is brought to you by Checklist Legal, a B Corp certified commercial law firm helping small legal teams in big brands modernize and transform the legal function to do business better. If you're thinking about kicking off your own transformation project, book in a chat today and let's make sure you kick it off on the right track. Until next time, happy contracting.